Wins as a Parramatta NRL coach, how do you assess that one?
I thought both grades today were very professional. We set out on a couple of weeks ago to come and front load our energy over the next 3 weeks, the next 3 games, and both grades have done. The Cup boys are 3 from 3 and we were 3 from 3, over the last month, and it's just important that these games that we played were built on energy and effort, and our effort was excellent today. We were a little bit executed poorly in the first half, and even maybe a bit in the second half, but it wasn't my concern. It was about the effort areas, which we were good, and I thought we were very professional in the second half, which maybe I haven't been able to say that too often.
They look like 2 very different halves, don't they? 6-10 into 30-0. Was it really that different in your mind, though?
We've got to give credit to the Bulldogs. They come out, and I think they've done the same thing to Penrith a couple of weeks ago. They stayed in the game. They just obviously Penrith got over the top of them at the end of the game, and similar to what we did. But a completion rate of 65% in the first half wasn't good enough. It's not at the standard we want to set. We still want to play a bit of footy, but 65%, we need to be better than that. They were at 80 odd, and I think in the second half we made 1 error.
Happy about the way that they didn't. Not that it was a big deficit, but they didn't panic, or they sort of just stay composed the whole way through. And even in the second half, your points won't come from.
Yeah, and that's why I talked about professionalism and spending time at the other end of the field, and not giving them cheap possession. Like I thought Mitchell we probably wouldn't see his highlight really out of this game, but I thought he'd done a really good job of just kicking them to death, giving us the turning the ball over on our terms where we wanted to turn it over. And if you keep the ball in your hand, you get their tackle count up, you'll eventually find the try line.
Yeah, that led to one of their errors. The turning point in the game, really, that penalty try. What did you make of that one?
Well, he's going to score, isn't he? Mitchell's very fast. I'm backing him to score there.
Nice to see Brad like the forwards sort of ball play a bit as well. Like they laid on 2 tries for each other there.
Yep, we didn't do that well enough in the first half. With their defence jamming on us, we needed to play more short passes and go through them and try to go around them a bit. But the forwards, it's the luxury we have at our club is that all our forwards, they can roll the sleeves up and carry hard, but they also got the ability to get a bit of passing in them, and that allows Gutho, Mitchell and Dylan to have a bit more freedom.
Sean Russell grabbed a couple of late tries. What did you make of his debut?
They tried very hard to get him a try in there. They kicked on tackle 1 from the scrum, and then they just, it's good that the players feel that that's important for a young bloke making his debut. That's pretty special that, he got 1 try, let alone 2 tries, and, the boys made sure that they gave him every opportunity for that.
Has he been knocking on the door for this moment?
Oh, look, he's doing a good job in Cup, but I wouldn't say knocking on the door. I just think the opportunity arose because of Micah's suspension. So.
Saw Fergo clutch at an ankle, lower leg in reserve grade.
He's good.
He's okay?
Yeah, he's good.
What about Nathaniel? Pretty unfortunate with his knee at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what it is, but it's not nice for him because he worked extremely hard in the pre-season. We were very patient with him, with his preparation and what he did in the pre-season, and the boys really like him, which is, makes it easy to pick players in the team when the players really want to play with them. And he played 12, I think, consecutive games, which he hasn't done for a long time in Cup, and he earned his opportunity. But I'm not sure what happens from here.
Brad, you got a bit of a buffer on the top 4 now after the bye. Do you start thinking about managing the guys' workloads, or is it still too early to consider that at the moment?
We've done that pretty good, actually, over the last month. We've got Junior off a few times. If you see our forwards' minutes have been down, and we had to put Cardi and Oregon back to Cup this week just to get their minutes up. So I think we've done a better job at that this year. And the boys have got a couple of days off now, and we'll get back into it ready for. We've got a big contest, both grades next week. Got a big contest coming, but I think we've done okay managing their minutes.